Bingo, Dino DNA. Anyway, hello, I am Mike Levin of MikeLevinSEO.com, and today we will be getting that website running on the Raspberry Pi Model B Plus as a headless web server on Arch Linux, which will be running Python and PyGreen on top of bottle.py. Not as complicated as it sounds, and a great first step to running a Raspberry Pi as a headless or webhead web server. And you can see the end of my work yesterday where I had figured out what the device name was of my SD card when it was in my Mac, and then I said the command to pop it out, which was that unmount command. Actually, first unmount. It didn't pop it out, it just did an eject, so it was physically still sitting in there. And then I did the dd command, which you can see here, to go from the input file of the Arch Linux for Raspberry Pi .img file. So if you do what I did, you will download probably a torrent, which will get you a zip file, which will get you a .img file. You got to go all the way down to the img file because the dd command writes everything from the file onto the SD card right over the master root record, making it essentially a bootable SD card for your Raspberry Pi. That's the step that intimidates a lot of people, and they look for special software to do it, but you'll be able to manage your Raspberry Pi image files like your own that you can write to the hard drive using the dd command to preserve special statuses and backups of your Pi systems. So it's worth learning the dd command and the simple if equals and of equals and the byte size command to manage your images. So this is my SD card, and I pop out the little micro SD and watch as I do this seamless edit, popping it into the Pi, waiting for it to boot. Okay, booted. Now I know my internal network numbers, and I checked on my router software. You'll have to do the same. There's a Unix/Linux command, usually like arp-a or something like that, which will give you the IPs, or you can just go into your web browser directly to your router and do a before and after and see what your IP is. So after the Raspberry Pi is booted, I'm going to ping 198. I'm 192.168.1.4. Now mind you, this is pretty much the first time this Pi has booted on this SD card. If there's a ping response, then we have network access to our Pi without a monitor. Voila. We Control-C to get out of it. And since it's Arch Linux downloaded from the Pi website, we know that its default username and password are root. So we SSH into the default port, so we don't have to specify port, 192.168. Oh, yes. .1.4. First, we will be challenged because of me doing this and imaging several cards. So I have this special problem. I might as well cover it for you. I'm going to sudo rm, which is delete as superuser, the file this is a quick way of doing it. I could just delete out the particular file or the line entry from that particular file. But by doing it this way, now there has been no private public key exchange things going on. So all servers will look new to an attempted SSH login, which is what we're doing there. This is very similar to old-fashioned telnetting, but it uses security. Yes, exchange the key information. And now, because it's Arch, Password is root. Oh, I may not be logging in as the correct user, so we're going to SSH to root at password root. Congratulations, we are now in Arch Linux on the Raspberry Pi. That's step one. Get this far, and it's the same as using your Raspberry Pi on the internet without a monitor connected, which is very good for automating little SEO tasks and non-SEO tasks. Monitor your stocks or products at eBay or whatever. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and in part 2 I will install Python and the 2 frameworks and run it as a web server. Thanks, talk to you soon, and don't forget to subscribe.